Have you ever wondered if the protein you're eating every day could be silently damaging your kidneys? Most people think protein is always a good thing. It helps build muscle, keeps you full, and supports energy. That's true, but only part of the story. Because if you're living with kidney disease or even just borderline kidney function, the wrong kind of protein can do more harm than good. Here's the hidden danger. When your body breaks down protein, it produces waste products like urea, nitrogen, and phosphorus. And it's your kidneys that are responsible for filtering those out. If the kidneys are already weakened, giving them more waste to process is like pouring water into a cup that's already full. Sooner or later, it overflows, and the damage becomes irreversible. But does that mean you should stop eating protein altogether? Absolutely not. The real key is knowing which proteins help your kidneys and which ones make them work overtime. Some proteins are clean, efficient, and easy for the body to process. Others are heavy, acidic, and full of hidden ingredients that accelerate kidney decline without you even realizing it. In this video, we're going to break it down clearly. No guesswork, no confusion. Just practical, science-based insight you can act on right away. So if protecting your kidney function is a priority, and you want to feel better, stronger, and more in control, stay with me. What you learn next might change the way you look at food forever. Protein is essential. There's no way around it. It's the foundation of every cell in your body. From muscle repair and immune defense to hormone production and energy metabolism, protein keeps you alive and functioning. But when it comes to kidney health, not all protein is equal. That's because every time you eat protein, your body must break it down. And that process creates waste products. The kidneys are the organs in charge of filtering out those wastes. When they're working well, the system runs smoothly. But when they're impaired, even slightly, things begin to back up. Here's the tricky part. Your body still needs protein, even when your kidneys aren't at full strength. In fact, cutting out too much protein can lead to muscle wasting, poor healing, fatigue, and a weakened immune system. It's a balancing act, getting enough protein to stay strong, but not so much that it overwhelms your kidneys. That's where the type of protein becomes critically important. Some proteins, especially certain animal-based and highly processed sources, are dense, acidic, and full of phosphorus and nitrogen byproducts. These demand more effort from your kidneys to filter and eliminate. On the other hand, there are protein sources that are gentle, efficient, and lower in waste, helping to nourish your body without pushing your kidneys over the edge. Another important point: how the protein is cooked and what it's paired with. Add a salty sauce, fry it in saturated fats, or combine it with other high-potassium ingredients, and you've just turned a healthy option into a risky one. That's why awareness matters, not just what you eat, but how you prepare it and how much you eat at once. Throughout this video, we'll help you build that awareness. We'll walk through 4 protein options that support kidney health, and 6 that may be doing quiet damage. You'll also learn simple ways to improve how you shop, cook, and portion your meals without feeling restricted or overwhelmed. Because when you understand the science, you gain control. And when you have control, you give your kidneys the best possible chance to keep doing their job for years to come. Let's now focus on the kinds of protein that do your kidneys a favor. These are the types that provide the building blocks your body needs without leaving behind a mess for your kidneys to clean up. The first one is simple, affordable, and surprisingly powerful. Egg whites are often overlooked because of how common they are. But for kidney health, they're one of the cleanest sources of protein available. Unlike whole eggs, which contain high amounts of phosphorus and cholesterol in the yolk, the white portion gives you nearly pure protein with almost no waste burden. That's key for kidneys that are already under strain. What makes egg whites even more valuable is that they offer a complete amino acid profile, meaning they contain all the essential building blocks your body needs for muscle maintenance and tissue repair. Each egg white provides roughly 3 to 4 grams of high-quality protein. That might not sound like much, but it adds up quickly and effectively when included consistently in meals. Plus, they're extremely low in phosphorus, which is one of the biggest troublemakers in a kidney-compromised diet. Cook them by boiling or steaming to avoid extra fats. Scrambling them with a small amount of olive oil or mixing them into a soft stir-fry with low-sodium vegetables is an easy way to include them without feeling like you're eating hospital food. Next up is tofu. This plant-based protein is not only kidney-friendly, it's also anti-inflammatory, gentle on digestion, and adaptable to countless meals. Tofu contains significantly less phosphorus than most animal proteins, which is a major plus. But what really makes tofu special is that it carries compounds like isoflavones, which have been shown in studies to reduce inflammation in the kidneys. Chronic inflammation is a major driver of kidney disease progression, and foods that naturally help control that can play a powerful role in slowing decline. Tofu is also versatile. Soft tofu blends into smoothies or soups, while firm tofu can be baked or lightly sautéed. The key is avoiding deep frying and high-sodium marinades. When you choose plain organic tofu and prepare it simply, you're giving your kidneys a break while still fueling your body with around 10 grams of protein per half cup. It's a smart, sustainable swap for anyone looking to move away from heavier meats. Another excellent choice, especially for those who still enjoy fish, is tilapia. This lean white fish has several benefits for people managing kidney issues. It's high in protein, over 20 grams per serving, and relatively low in phosphorus compared to other animal proteins. That means you get the muscle-building benefits without the excess mineral load that can stress kidney function. Tilapia also contains nutrients like selenium and vitamin B12, which support detoxification and cellular energy, two processes your kidneys rely on daily. What makes tilapia stand out, though, is how digestible it is. Heavy red meats or oily fish can sometimes leave you feeling bloated or tired, especially when kidney function is impaired. Tilapia's mild taste and low-fat profile make it easy on the gut and easy on the kidneys. Grill it, steam it, or bake it with herbs and a squeeze of lemon. The simpler the preparation, the better your body responds. The fourth option is one many people still underestimate: quinoa. While it's technically a seed, quinoa is often eaten like a grain, and it's one of the few plant-based foods that's a complete protein. That means it contains all 9 essential amino acids in balanced amounts, something that most grains and legumes do not offer. What sets quinoa apart for kidney patients is its lower phosphorus and potassium content compared to beans or lentils. It's also rich in fiber, which helps regulate digestion and reduce the buildup of uremic toxins, substances that accumulate in the blood when kidneys can't filter efficiently. By promoting regular bowel movements, fiber indirectly supports kidney workload. 1 cooked cup of quinoa provides around 8 grams of protein. That makes it a great option for a light but nutritious base for meals. It pairs well with vegetables, tofu, or a small portion of lean fish. Just remember to rinse it thoroughly before cooking to remove saponins, natural compounds that can cause bitterness and affect digestion if left on the surface. These 4 options, egg whites, tofu, tilapia, and quinoa, cover a wide range of needs. They're adaptable, affordable, and most importantly, they work with your kidneys rather than against them. You don't have to eat all 4 every day, but including them regularly in rotation can create a foundation of nourishment that protects your kidney function over time. Many people assume kidney-friendly eating means giving up flavor, variety, or protein altogether. But as you've just seen, the opposite is true. With the right choices, you can enjoy satisfying meals that support your strength and make it easier for your body to heal, without placing extra burden on the organs working hardest behind the scenes. And just as there are proteins that help, there are others that silently harm. even some that are labeled as healthy, but can fast-track kidney damage if you're not careful. So in the next part, we'll expose the 6 protein choices that could be sabotaging your progress one bite at a time. If you've made it this far, you're already ahead of most people because you care enough to learn what truly supports your body. These small shifts in knowledge can lead to big changes in your health. So before we move on to the 6 proteins that could silently be harming your kidneys, take a second to like this video and subscribe. It's a small action, but it helps keep this kind of life-saving information within reach, for you and for others who need it most. Now let's take a closer look at the protein choices that can quietly damage your kidneys over time, even if they appear healthy on the surface. First up, turkey bacon. This food is often marketed as a better alternative to traditional bacon, but the reality is far from ideal. Turkey bacon is highly processed and contains high amounts of sodium and phosphate additives. While it may have slightly less fat than pork bacon, the phosphate preservatives used to enhance shelf life are quickly absorbed into the bloodstream and add to the phosphorus load, something kidneys with limited function can't handle efficiently. The result is mineral imbalance, weakened bones, and further kidney stress. And with just a few slices, sodium levels spike beyond safe limits, increasing blood pressure and fluid retention. For someone managing kidney health, that's a dangerous trade-off. Second, red lentils. Though they're often praised in plant-based diets, red lentils can be problematic for kidney patients. Just 1 cooked cup contains a significant amount of potassium and phosphorus, 2 minerals that healthy kidneys can regulate, but compromised ones cannot. This makes it easy to exceed daily limits without realizing it, especially when lentils are used in hearty portions in soups and stews. Even though they offer fiber and protein, their high mineral content creates a metabolic burden that the kidneys may struggle to handle safely. Moderation isn't enough. Awareness of quantity and frequency is critical. Third, hot dogs. This classic comfort food may be convenient, but it comes at a steep cost for kidney health. Hot dogs are loaded with sodium nitrates, processed fats, and phosphate-based preservatives, all of which create inflammation and raise the acid load in the body. When consumed regularly, they contribute to high blood pressure, oxidative stress, and tissue damage inside the kidneys. These aren't just minor concerns. Over time, they accelerate the decline of filtration capacity. And because hot dogs are often consumed with other processed foods, like white buns or chips, the combined effect makes things even worse. Fourth, whey protein isolate. This popular supplement is widely used for muscle building, but for people with kidney issues, it poses more risk than benefit. Whey isolate is a concentrated form of protein that lacks the natural buffering compounds found in whole foods, like fiber, antioxidants, and enzymes. What's left is pure protein, and when consumed in large amounts, it creates a surge of nitrogen waste. That's precisely what struggling kidneys are trying to avoid. Over time, regular use of whey isolate can increase the burden on the kidneys and accelerate their decline, even if you feel fine in the short term. It's not just about quantity, it's about how efficiently the body can process it. Fifth, canned black beans. At first glance, these might seem like a safe plant-based choice. But the canning process introduces 2 big problems: excess sodium and concentrated potassium. Even after rinsing, a single cup can contain hundreds of milligrams of potassium and a surprising amount of salt. For kidney patients, both of these are difficult to eliminate from the body. The result? Elevated blood pressure, fluid retention, and a risk of heart rhythm complications. While dried beans can be prepared more safely at home, canned versions often come with additives and flavor enhancers that are best avoided when managing kidney health. And sixth, beef steak. This is one of the most commonly consumed sources of protein in many diets, but also one of the most taxing on kidney function. Even lean cuts of beef contain high levels of saturated fat and phosphorus. These contribute to vascular inflammation, impaired circulation, and reduced kidney perfusion over time. Moreover, beef produces uric acid during digestion, a compound that can lead to gout and additional filtration issues. While occasional intake may not be harmful for everyone, regular consumption of beef can accelerate the progression of chronic kidney disease, especially in older adults or those with existing risk factors like diabetes or hypertension. When we step back and look at the bigger picture, there's a clear pattern. Each of these 6 protein sources either contains high levels of sodium, phosphorus, or potassium, or they're highly processed in ways that introduce harmful compounds. And in many cases, it's not just about what's in the food, but how it's prepared, stored, or combined with other ingredients. These proteins are everywhere, convenient, affordable, even promoted as healthy. But for someone with compromised kidney function, they're like invisible stressors, quietly pushing the kidneys closer to exhaustion. That doesn't mean you need to fear protein or restrict your diet into boredom. What it means is this: awareness gives you power. Knowing how to identify hidden phosphorus in the ingredients list, understanding the difference between fresh and processed versions, and learning how to portion your meals. All of these tools can help protect your kidneys over the long term. In the next section, we'll take this a step further, showing you how to cook, combine, and customize your protein sources in ways that support your health goals while keeping your kidneys safe. Because food isn't just nutrition, it's strategy. It's not just what you eat, it's how you prepare it, how you portion it, and even how you shop for it that can make all the difference. When it comes to protecting your kidneys, the details matter. 2 people can eat the same ingredient and have completely different outcomes based on how that food was sourced, cooked, or combined. And unfortunately, many hidden pitfalls are easy to miss if you're not looking closely. Let's start with what you see at the store. Whether you're buying eggs, tofu, fish, or grains, go for whole, minimally processed options. That means avoiding anything pre-marinated, pre-cooked, or packed in heavy sauces. These often come loaded with sodium, preservatives, or phosphate additives, all of which make kidney function harder to manage. Reading the ingredient label is one of your most powerful tools. Look for terms like sodium phosphate, monosodium glutamate, or anything ending in phosphate. These are red flags for kidney patients because phosphate additives are absorbed more efficiently than naturally occurring phosphorus. The more of these you consume, the harder your kidneys have to work to maintain balance. And unlike natural phosphorus in whole foods, which is absorbed slowly and partially, these additives enter the bloodstream almost immediately. When it comes to cooking, simplicity is your ally. Boiling, steaming, baking, or grilling are the best choices. These methods preserve the integrity of the protein without introducing harmful byproducts. Frying, on the other hand, introduces oxidized fats and compounds like acrylamides that can promote inflammation and oxidative stress, both of which are harmful to the kidneys. Even grilling at very high temperatures can produce chemical compounds that aren't kidney-friendly, especially if meat is charred or heavily seasoned. Portion control also plays a key role. Eating more than your body needs, especially in one sitting, doesn't just waste nutrients. It forces the kidneys to process a higher load of waste at once. Think of it like giving them a sprint instead of a steady walk. That pressure, repeated over time, adds up. And one more thing, don't forget about what you add to your protein. A clean protein source can quickly become problematic when mixed with salty soy sauces, store-bought seasoning packets, or creamy dressings. Always choose low-sodium, low-sugar options and season with herbs, lemon juice, or olive oil instead. These changes may seem small, but when you apply them consistently, they can drastically reduce the workload on your kidneys and help you maintain strength, energy, and clarity without unnecessary risk. There's one simple habit that can strengthen everything you're working toward with your diet. And it doesn't require any pills, powders, or special equipment. Just your feet and a bit of consistency. It's the morning walk. What makes a morning walk different from other forms of movement isn't just the time of day. It's the physiological reset it provides after a night of rest. When you sleep, your body slows down circulation and begins to shift fluid. For many people with compromised kidney function, this means waking up with puffiness, stiffness, or even pressure in the lower legs or hands. Walking shortly after you wake helps reverse that process. When you move, your heart rate gently increases, blood vessels open, and oxygen-rich blood flows more efficiently to your kidneys. This promotes better filtration, helping your kidneys flush out waste products that may have built up overnight. That includes excess urea, potassium, and other toxins that the kidneys work hard to regulate. The benefits go deeper. Walking also helps stabilize blood sugar and lower blood pressure, two of the most common causes of kidney damage. And because movement activates insulin sensitivity, it improves how your body processes nutrients, reducing stress on every organ, including your kidneys. Even just 20 minutes of walking before breakfast or with your morning routine can set the tone for the day. It helps clear your mind, energize your muscles, and relieve the stagnation that often builds during the night. Over time, patients who make walking a part of their mornings often report less swelling, better labs, and improved energy, without changing anything else in their lifestyle. So, as you focus on protein and nutrition, don't underestimate the power of movement. It's one of the simplest, most natural ways to keep your kidneys functioning well, and your entire body in better balance. When it comes to protecting your kidneys, knowledge is your first and most powerful line of defense. You've seen how protein, something essential to your survival, can either support your body or strain it, depending on the source, the amount, and the way it's prepared. The truth is, most kidney damage doesn't come from dramatic moments. It builds slowly, choice by choice, meal by meal. And the worst part, you often don't feel it until it's already done. But that's also where your strength lies. By choosing cleaner proteins like egg whites, tofu, tilapia, and quinoa, you support your body's needs without overwhelming your kidneys. By avoiding hidden dangers like processed meats, canned beans, or excess supplements, you reduce the burden your kidneys silently carry every day. And when you add just one habit, like walking in the morning, you amplify everything else you're doing right. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to be consistent, aware, and willing to adjust. Small actions, done daily, can preserve kidney function for years to come. So take what you've learned today and turn it into quiet momentum. Because the future of your health isn't waiting, it's already being shaped by what you choose next. If this video helped you see your daily choices in a new light, take a moment to pass that light on. Click the like button to let this message reach others who might need it just as much. And if you want more tools, more clarity, and more support on your journey to better health, go ahead and subscribe. Every video here is made with one goal in mind, to help you take back control of your health. One decision, one meal, one step at a time. You don't have to do it all at once. Just keep showing up for yourself. We'll be right here when you're ready for the next step.